To graph the solution set to this linear system involves graphing first each of the two linear systems of the system. So we start by graphing this linear inequality. And to start graphing that, we begin by graphing the bounding line y equals -2, -2x. And this bounding line won't be part of our final solution because we don't have our equal to here. To graph this line, we need 2 points that are on the line. And if x is 0, then y is -2. And so that's kind of an easy one to get. And if y is 0, then x is -1. Because to get a 0, it would be -2 plus 2. -1 times -2 is +2, so that comes out 0. So those are 2 points on the graph of the line, so we can graph that line. 0, -2 is down here, and -1, 0 is right here. So those are the 2 points that are on this line, and the line will be then the dashed line between these 2 points. Now we need to decide which side of the line to shade. Well, we know y is bigger than means above, so it's the top side that gets shaded. But to see that also, we can use 0, 0 to substitute. If we substitute in x equals 0 and y equals 0, this becomes 0 is bigger than -2, which is true. So that verifies that it's the top side of that line that got shaded, because that's where the origin lives. So this line, we have the top side being shaded. Everything over here, not including the points on the line. So now we have to graph the second of these two linear inequalities, this one right here. And we follow the same two-step process. So to begin with, we graph the bounding line, y equals 2x minus 3. This time we're going to include that line as part of the solution. So we need 2 points that are on the line to graph it. And if x is 0, then y is -3. And for another point, let's let x equal 2. Then 2 times 2 is 4, minus 3 is 1. Then y equals 1. So there's 2 points that we can use to graph this line. The first is the y-intercept at -3 on the y-axis. And the second, if we go over 2, 1, 2, we have to go up 1. So this is a point, a second point on the graph of this line. And this line, remember, is a solid line because we're including the points that are on this line. That's the points where equal holds. So the solid line between these 2 points looks like this. And now we need to decide which side of that line gets shaded. So we take the inequality y less than or equal to 2x minus 3 and substitute in x equals 0 and y equals 0. And this inequality then becomes 0. We wonder if this is true. Is 0 less than -3? No. 0 is bigger than -3. Therefore, the origin is not on the shady side of this line. So it's the other side that gets shaded. Not the origin side, it must be this other side here that gets shaded. And so the overlap of these two consists of this solid line coming down, and then not including the points along this dashed line on this boundary, but it's everything in between these two in this big wedge region here. The solution set of this system of linear inequalities.